I think it's kind of a scam, personally, because you spend like $1 million in the fees.
Today we're asking people what they really think of Airbnb. Is it destroying neighborhoods? Are the fees just absolutely crazy? Even though with a $300 Ticketmaster ticket that you buy, you still are going to pay $100 in fees, but no one questions that. No one questions that, Caleb. Question, what do you think about Airbnb?
Why?
I'm just asking people, general sentiment, trying to find out what people's perceptions are of Airbnb. Hey, sir, can I ask you a question? Oh, it's okay. All right, first no out the way. This is great. Just kidding. What are your thoughts about Airbnb?
They're great, but they're out of control, totally.
It's more gentrification than anything because some people don't even live there. They're kicking out the old folks out, and it kills the culture.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
and music and all that. So.
Have you ever stayed in an Airbnb?
Oh yeah, everywhere.
Oh, okay.
Everywhere. Everywhere.
Okay.
I use Vrbo. I don't even use Airbnb because they have nicer houses on there.
I just use VRBO instead.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But you do like short-term rentals?
Yes, I do.
I'm staying in one right now.
So you like Airbnb?
I love them. Stay
Okay.
in them as much as I can.
I'm the opposite. I look at hotel first.
I like them both, honestly. The hotels have like breakfast in the morning, so that's cool.
I like Airbnb. I use it pretty often. Actually, I look there first before a hotel.
I mean, I use it. I'm a customer. I think it's a great way for people to make extra money on the side, have a side hustle, especially while you're working from home nowadays.
At the beginning, it's supposed to be like, hey, rent a room that I actually have available in my house.
It's like you're staying at a relative's house instead of staying somewhere you don't know. You know, it's just more personal to me.
And there's the safety concern too,
People coming
strangers
in.
coming in the building.
Strangers that we don't know coming in all the time. Yeah, kind of being a little bit uncomfortable.
Remember when we went to Chicago, this man had gotten access to our Airbnb somehow and came up in the middle of the night and was like demanding that it was his Airbnb, and he was like in the middle of the room.
So it's like a little sketchy that there was
So
some
I guess
random
bad things
guy.
have happened, and I guess with a hotel that wouldn't happen.
Yeah.
Question, what do you think about Airbnb?
I don't think about it.
Okay. All right, what about you?
I feel like it used to be something that was cheap, but nowadays you kind of get nickeled and dimed with fees and things like that, so it's not as cheap as it used to be.
You feel that way too?
I don't use it, but I probably wouldn't use it.
Why is that?
Depends on the price, the location.
I think it's kind of a scam, personally, because you spend like $1 million in the fees.
I have a very negative opinion on that because I have stayed in Airbnbs where they say, oh, it's $250 for cleaning, and it's like the house was not clean or something, you know.
They're like, well, make sure you do the laundry before you leave, and like don't
they
breathe
do
too
have a lot
hard
of
on the
rules.
mirror.
In the back, you have to clean your own house afterwards.
If I'm paying to get it cleaned, I don't want to clean it.
Okay.
My parents do Airbnb, so like the cleaning fees and stuff, like I get that.
Would you care if someone put an Airbnb in your neighborhood?
Actually, yes. I do see what it affects, like, for example, in apartments, just rental homes in general. I mean, it makes it difficult to find a rental.
Yeah.
And, it's just more profiting for business owners. I get that, but it does affect renters and people who want to buy homes and things like that.
We have that problem in Puerto Rico, like an explosion of Airbnbs in the island, and that's a major issue right now.
They buy homes and then they leave, and then they rent them out, and then like people can't afford them because I got rich people.
But a lot of people that are buying houses and everything just make it available only for Airbnb. That affects the rent in the area. I think that's the huge problem.
Okay, well, just happenstance, we have a Rob Built subscriber. Would you care if there was like an Airbnb in your neighborhood?
No, absolutely not.
Why is that?
It doesn't really have anything to do with me.
I like this guy.
No, not at all.
Maybe, yeah.
It depends how it's gonna affecting the area.
As long as it wasn't like big and attracting like large rowdy crowds, but probably wouldn't even know it was there.
Now, if it's more than like 5 and 6, then you start worrying. If it's just one, whatever.
We're seeing in some pockets
like Steamboat Springs, Colorado, and other little towns where there's a perceived shortage of housing that people are trying to clamp down, or cities are trying to clamp down on it. I get it. I mean, it can restrict the limited pool of housing. But that being said, if you believe in the free market, Airbnb works.
Awesome, man.
Awesome.